If you had asked me 10 years ago, I would have said, first, AI is going to come for blue-collar labor, basically. It's going to drive trucks and do factory work and, it'll handle heavy machinery. Then maybe after that, it'll do, some kinds of cognitive labor. And then eventually, maybe, but maybe last of all, maybe never, because human creativity is this magic special thing. Last of all, it'll come for the creative jobs. That's what I would have said.
So what do we do? Do we just need to pull the plug on it right now? Do we need to put in far more restrictions and backstops on this? How do we solve this problem?
It's not clear to me that we can solve this problem. I believe we should put a big effort into thinking about ways to solve the problem. I don't have a solution. I just want people to be aware that this is a really serious problem. I don't think we can stop the progress. I didn't sign the petition saying we should stop working on AI, because if people in America stopped, people in China wouldn't.
I'm on a location scout today in Florence, and I'm checking out a lighthouse for a shoot next week. And as I'm driving up the coast of 101 in Oregon, I'm thinking a lot about the video that I put out 2 weeks ago, 3 reasons why AI won't destroy filmmakers. Well, I will say I've been astounded at the dedication that some people have had in taking time to write out exactly why I'm wrong. They're putting in almost as much work as I put into making the video. It doesn't bother me at all. I get it. Being on the other side of the screen, no consequences. You can say whatever the fuck you want. It's fine. And I don't know these people personally, but what I did see in glimpse into their personalities or their thought processes through these comments was that there's a lot of hopelessness when it comes to this subject. There's a lot of this mental idea that AI is the end of humanity, that they will destroy every career and there will be nothing left to live for. And first off, I'm going to say I'm not judging these people, because I have struggled with depression most of my adult life. I know exactly what it feels like to feel impending hopelessness, to feel like the world is closing in around you, and to feel like you are the victim. I'm not judging those people at all. I wish them the best. The main thing I think about when someone says things like this, or this, or this, in regards to the topic of AI, is what about AI changed this fact? Like, the fact that you think humanity was significant in any way before the invention of AI is mind-blowing. We've never been significant. To say that humanity is the most significant and powerful species on this earth, and now we've reached a point where we've invented something that is even more significant than we are, blows my mind. People seem to have forgotten what powerful really is. Let me remind you. Okay, come here. You know, people forget that this planet has existed for millions of years in a solar system that has existed for far longer than that. And the blip that humanity's been here telling our story is so insignificant in the grand scheme of things. But yet, in the midst of all of this power, we've found a way to adapt and to grow alongside. Remember that if you adopt a closed-off victim mindset with anything in your life, and you tell yourself, I cannot succeed, then you will not succeed. You will never succeed, because you shape the tiny, insignificant scope of your life. You do. No one else will care as much as you do about your own success. And your ability to change and adapt and grow alongside new tools and artificial intelligences has always been there. It's all about the mindset that you have and whether or not it's open-minded or closed. At the end of the day, I have everything to gain and nothing to lose by being optimistic and keeping an open mind. And I suggest you do the same. To the people who think that AI is the end of humanity and that it's going to destroy my career, and not just my career, but everyone's career, I'm going to ask you a question. Say that you're right. We find out in 10 years that you're absolutely right and it has eradicated humanity. What are you going to do about it? Because the way I see it, having hope in humanity's past, present, and future ability to continue to evolve and change with whatever the world throws at us puts me in the position where I have everything to gain and nothing to lose. Because if you're right and AI does destroy humanity, I haven't lost anything. If it's impending doom, then we're all fucked anyway. But if you're wrong and humanity does show the ability to continue to evolve and change with this new thing that's now a part of our lives, I will have been working my ass off that whole time while you have been sitting there in your room or wherever you are, waiting around for the world to end. And I'm gonna be miles ahead of you because I never stopped going. So amidst all of this stuff that's happening with AI and all of the fear that we're pumping ourselves with, remember that you have never been significant. And the only significance you hold is to yourself and the people that you relate with. Remember what real power is. It's not a robot that we invented that lives in this ephemeral internet sphere. It's that can be eradicated simply by turning everything off. Power comes from the ocean. It comes from the sky. It comes from the land. That power has existed for millions of years and will continue to exist for millions of years after you and I die. We're not significant, and neither is AI. So regardless of whether you're right or wrong about all this stuff, I encourage you to think about what you gain from each perspective. Think about the progress that you can make if you kept your mindset open and continued to drive forward for success and adapt and change. Regardless of what you think about artificial intelligence, I encourage you, wherever you are, to take a step back, take a day, and just get outside. Because if you've forgotten, like so many of us, because you're caught up in work, caught up in the news, caught up in politics, and you've forgotten how incredible this place is, it really does remind you of your own insignificance, which may sound glum, but in a way, being reminded of our own insignificance is actually really freeing. Because if nothing matters, then we should be able to do whatever we want. And if nothing matters, then we should try to succeed at everything we do with everything we've got. Because at the end of the day, if we're just gonna die, no one cares.